Okay, our friend Patrick from Miami. Entertain my audience. Go ahead.
I basically wanted to call. I thought it was very moving yesterday to see. Seemed like 2 or 3 million people out there in the mall, and it just shows the mandate that the president has. And it was moving how he stepped back and looked at the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And
did George Bush have a mandate when the same number of people were in Washington for his inauguration?
George Bush wish he had. He could have got that many people
okay.
come out to see him.
Right. Did you have the numbers in front of you? I just want to make sure we're clear here. You know how many people were at George Bush's inauguration?
Yeah, they already said that this president had more people at his inauguration than many presidents before him.
Okay.
But I think that his speech was very unifying, that he was trying to bring the country together.
Mm-hmm. No.
You don't
No, I think it's the same twaddle he's been saying for 5 years.
Well, I feel sorry for people like you, man, because it's sad that you can't come together with this country. You can't be patriotic like the rest of us.
Oh, okay. So now all of a sudden, government is cool. Now all of a sudden, you're a patriot. Did you feel the same way when Ronald Reagan was president?
I wasn't into politics back then.
Oh, okay. How about H.W. Bush?
H.W., I thought he was okay. He was kind of weak, but he was okay.
He was kind of weak, but you felt strong.
Clinton, I was very patriotic.
Mm-hmm.
Clinton was in office.
So patriotism to you is not fidelity to the Constitution, it's fidelity to a man.
I think that it depends on the person that's in charge. Yes,
okay. That. So patriotism, by your standard, I am not a patriot if I don't like your guy, but you are a patriot when you don't like my guy.
I think you're unpatriotic when you're talking down about the president all the time like you all do on this show.
Yeah.
I think it's very unpatriotic.
Yeah, that's why they put free speech in the Constitution, you know?
That's true, but I'm just saying I think you're patriotic. You can have free speech.
So were all those people that were trash-talking Bush and H.W. and Ronald Reagan, they were being unpatriotic because they were trash-talking the president?
Well, after Bush lied in those wars, I think it was patriotic to speak up. But
okay, yeah.
I don't think anybody was.
Okay, so they weren't unpatriotic, but I am.
I think that some of the stuff you're saying is very unpatriotic.
Like what?
Oh, just by you talking about how he wants to take everybody's money and the stuff you were saying today. Just like
no. I was just pointing out that for all this talk about the wealth and the excess and the luxury and the
ball, the inaugural
but then you transition right to lavish parties. 1%. Were you invited? I mean, Patrick, you must have gone to the inaugural ball, right? I mean.
I think that it's fine for people to celebrate a great victory.
No, but you're a 99%er, right? You're not a 1%er, right? I mean, you're not a rich guy.
I'm not a 1%.
Okay,
if I was 1%.
So were there any 99%ers at these? Did Alicia Keys and were they rubbing elbows? Jay-Z and Beyonce rubbing elbows and Brad Paisley.
Ball. Did you see the military ball?
I'm asking you about the 1%ers.
No, I'm just telling you. There are people who are in 1% who are very patriotic and who love this country.
Okay. No, but I'm talking, the regular people. I mean, the regular people like you weren't invited. You're on the outside. You see, you're a nobody. You didn't get to meet Beyonce and Brad Paisley and Kelly Clarkson and Lady Gaga.
I don't feel that way. I don't feel jaded that way. You.
No, you see, I mean, if you're gonna talk about the 1% and the money they have and the luxury they have, and then you go ahead and act like that, that's kind of hypocritical, isn't it?
I'm not talking about them. When have I talked about them?
Well, you said I'm questioning the president. I'm questioning the president's rhetoric on wealth and excess, and then his lavish life that he leads, golfing in Hawaii and sending his family on these international vacations at taxpayer expense. And
what's wrong with that?
I didn't know that was my job as a taxpayer to make sure that Sasha and Malia went to Mexico.
Well, now you know. I have no problem. Did you have a problem when the Bush twins went all over the place?
I wouldn't want to pay for it.
Well, did you have a problem with it then? That was the question.
I didn't know that George Bush was using taxpayer money to send his family around. If they weren't, I would have said the same thing. Oh, it's funny. When I don't know something, I'm an idiot. When you don't know something, you're the smart guy.
Well, I'm just
you're one entertaining character, Patrick. You know why? You know why you're an entertaining character? Because you don't know anything. You still haven't read the Constitution, have you? Pat, lie to my face and tell me you've read the... In the months you've been calling this program, and every time you're on this program, I say read the Constitution. You haven't read it yet, have you? Just be honest with me.
I read it.
You haven't read it.
It was a requirement in high school to read the Constitution.
Okay, but I'm talking about lately, so you understand how government actually works. Not outside of school. Have you ever sat down and read it so you could say, yeah, I know how government works?
Can you pass a basic civics test?
Of course I could. Of course I could.
I doubt that.
I could teach a civics course.
All
right, Pat. Well, you have a
have a good day, man.
You have a nice day down there. It's sad. It's sad when you have people who will tell you what government's supposed to do, but they don't. I read it in high school once. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I took a sex ed class once. It doesn't mean I knew how to be a parent when I was 15 years old.